Hi, friends. In this video lesson is prepared for the benefit of BCom first year and first sem students, particularly for English medium, BCom computer applications, BCom general, and BCom all streams. All streams are having this subject financial accounting. So in this video lesson, I'm going to introduce about this video lesson, financial introduction to financial accounting. So myself, I am Naini Shyam Prasad, the Faculty of Commerce in Tara Government Degree and PG College, Autonomous, and Sangareddy. And in this video lesson, you are going to learn about what is the meaning and definition of accounting, that is financial accounting. What is accounting cycle? What is accounting process? And what is the evolution of accounting? And that means how origin of accounting, and what are the different functions of accounting, and who are the users of this accounting information which we are prepared, and advantages and limitations of accounting. Last but not least, we are going to learn about the branches of accounting. This is the learning outcome of this video lesson. So let us start first. What is the definition of accounting? So American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, which is recognized as the international body of accounting, defined accounting as the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner, and in terms of money transactions and events which are at least a financial character, and interpreting the results thereof. This definition is very important and a prominent definition which embraces all the functions of accounting, and the meaning of accounting also can be known by this lesson. So here we have three important points which I highlighted. You may see, that is recording. So the main function of accounting is recording, classifying, and summarizing. Recording of business transactions is done in the book called journal. Journal is called the book of first entry, in which every transaction which has happened in a chronological order, the time it is happened is recorded in the journal. So journal is called the book of first entry, and when the business transaction is over, automatically that is recorded in the journal. So the journal is called the book of first entry, and the art of recording in journal is also called bookkeeping. The main definition of bookkeeping is the art of recording the transactions in the journal is called bookkeeping. So now you know what is definition of accounting, what is bookkeeping also. What is bookkeeping? The art of recording transactions in the journal is called bookkeeping. After recording the every transaction in the journal, which the format is provided in the next classes, then all the transactions are classified into, every transaction has got two accounts classified into ledger. So ledger is called the book of second entry. In that book of second entry, you are going to know what are the different types of accounts, how it is recorded. It will be explained in the coming video lessons. So now you have to understand. First, the accounting starts with journal. After journal entries are over, they are posted into by classification ledger. After ledger is prepared, after ledger is over, then trial balance is prepared, which is known as which is going to show the arithmetical accuracy of books of accounts, which we have written for all over 1 year, whether there is a debit equal credit is there. So the trial balance is nothing but it is a statement prepared to know the arithmetical accuracy of books of accounts. And the trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. These two are called the objectives of why accounting means to know. The main objective of accounting is to know the profit of a firm, and at the same time the financial position of the company. So at the end of 1 year, every businessman wants to know what is, whether he is in profits or is in losses. Then only he is going to do his business in a systematic manner. So it is known only by preparation of financial statements, which are known as the trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. Trading and profit and loss account also named as income statement, and balance sheet is also known as finance positional statement. So if you complete the recording, classifying, and summarizing, so recording in journal, classification in ledger, summarizing in trial balance, and the trading and profit account balance sheet. You are going to complete the accounting process. So accounting process, by this accounting process starts with journal, then journal to ledger, ledger to trial balance, and after trial balance, the trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet prepared, which are known as final accounts of a undertaking or of a business. So the accounting process, if it is shown in a circular manner, it becomes accounting cycle. How accounting process or accounting starts with source of documents. What are the, so every transaction is recorded by a source, an evidential support will be there to write a this is called source of documents. So by this evidence, the journal is recorded. From the journal, all the journal entries are posted into ledger by different accounts. After preparation, after ledger is over, then trial balance is prepared to know the arithmetical accuracy, and based on the trial balance, we are going to prepare the final accounts, which are known as financial statements, trading and profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Now we are going to see what is the origin of accounting, how accounting began. So accounting is as old as human civilization. Almost all the origin of accounting is traced back to early as 4500 BC. And our in India, the historians also saying that there is some evidence of recording records of accounts in the Vedas and Ramayana and Mahabharata also. And the modern form of accounting which we are using now, the modern accounting owes to Father Luca Fazioli, who is regarded as father of accounting. He wrote a book on arithmetics, geometrics, and proportions, and that book is translated into English in 1593. He wrote that book in 1494 in Italy, Venice, as the origin of accounting was first initiated by Father Luca Fazioli. He has been regarded as father of accounting, and he introduced first the concept of double entry. What is debit and credit? What we are saying debit and credit, actually in Italy they are called debitur and creditur. Debitur signifies the aspect of receiving, and creditur signifies the aspect of giving. Later on, this debit and credit, debitur and creditur transformed into debit and credit, and which simply we are writing DR and CR in modern form of accounting. Even in Indian context also, the Ardhashastra written by Chanakya Chandragupta, who is known as Kautilya, he mentioned about how books of accounts, how books are to be kept. So he has given the first form of bookkeeping in his book Ardhashastra. He has not only mentioned about how the state is to be administered, and at the same time he wrote about the economics, and at the same time accounting also. He introduced some concept of some auditing also in the book Ardhashastra. Then now in India, the two primary institutes, that is Indian Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Institute of Cost and Management Accountants of India. These two primary institutes are making continuous and substantial contributions for the development of this discipline, and at the same time framing the Indian accounting standards based on international accounting standards. This is the evolution of accounting from 4500 BC to now. Now in India, all these accounting discipline is accounting profession is taken care by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and Institute of Chartered and Management Accountants of India. Then what are the functions of accounting? So the first function of accounting starts with recording the transactions in a chronological order. There is a format is there. You know already the recording of transactions is done in the book called journal. The journal is called book of first entry. So in that every transaction is recorded. There is a format to record date, particulars, ledger folio, debit and credit. In that format, the transactions are recorded by an evidential support, which may be a voucher, which may be a bill, which may be a purchase invoice, which may be sale invoice. Based on this, every transaction is recorded in books of accounts. Next, or when the journal is over, all the transactions which are recorded in journal are called journal entries. That journal entries are classified in the book called ledger. Ledger is called the book of second entry. The book of first entry is journal. The book of second entry is ledger. In the ledger, what happens? All the accounts are classified. The cash transactions recorded in cash account, purchase transactions are recorded in purchase account, then debtors transactions are recorded in debtors account. Like that, the accounts are all the journal entries are posted into ledger. After ledger is over, the summary is, that means the summary of all the accounts is called trial balance. The summary of all the accounts is called trial balance. So the summarizing is taken care. Summarizing is taken care in. After summary is over, then analysis is done. So that means the summary of all the businesses, whether the business is in profit or loss. So by this, they are going to analyze whether the business is in good profits or is in average profits or normal profits, or the business is in loss. So based on this, he is going to take care of the future course of action also by this analysis of books of accounts and analysis of financial position and financial result. Financial result means profit or loss. Financial position means whether what are the total amount of assets and liabilities. So then interpretation is taken care. What is interpretation? So these so some people, the layman may not understand what is profit, what is loss. For example, if Reliance Industries has got 10,000 profit, means layman understands that, oh, it is very good, but 10,000 to Reliance Industries means it is going to collapse total stock market. That means the 10,000 crores profit means there is meaning for Reliance Industries. So 10,000 means there is no. So that means interpretation is there. So whether the profits are good or not, what is the percentage of profit, all this interpretation and understanding is given by the accounting. Then communicating. All these accounting information is communicated to the users of accounting. What is the purpose of accounting? Purpose of accounting is to know what is the profit or loss, what is the financial position. All these are for which purpose these accounting information is communicated to the users of accounting. Now we see who are the users of accounting. Investors. Investors are called the owners of the business. Investors are called owners of the business. Who are the owners? Means, for example, in case of a sole trading, the person who invests his money and sweat is called investor. So in case of partnership, the two partners who invest their money are called partners. In case of a joint stock company, the shareholders who invest their money in the shares of the company are called owners. So these information, that is what we got from financial statements, that is trading and profit loss account, balance sheet, that communicated to investors. Lenders are those people who are giving money to the firm, who lend money, who lend other things. For example, lenders means banks, financial institutions, sometimes government also lend. So sometimes people also lend. So the lenders also very interested. When the business is in very good profit, the lenders will get their interest and their principal amount back. That's why they are also very interested in the accounting information. Then suppliers. The suppliers are the people who supplies the inventory to the organization, the supplies to the organization for which the organization is earning. So suppliers, and at the same time customers. Suppliers are the people who supply the inventory and other supplies to the organization. Customers are the people who are going to purchase all these sales from the company. Then government agents. Government agencies also, government is interested to levy income tax on the companies which are having very good profits. That's why government also very interested in accounting information. Customers sometimes also very interested, because if their company is in good profits, no doubt they are going to get very good very good products, quality products. Employees also very interested, management also very interested, because if this company is in good position, no doubt they are going to get their salaries in time, they are going to get their promotions, they are going to get their salary hikes. That's why they are also very, very interested in accounting information. Then what are the advantages of accounting? So why accounting is needed? So there are some advantages for the accounting information. For that purpose, we have I'm giving this slide. So advantage. So provide systematic records. Business requires systematic records. So there may be suppliers, there may be investors, there may be lenders, there may be customers, creditors and debtors. So tax. So all these day-to-day transactions requires systematic records. What are the sales? Day book is going to give total sales of the business. What are the purchases? What are the credit purchases? What are the cash purchases? So whether the goods are over or not, whether the inventory is there or not. So all these are going to known. He cannot inspect every day. By seeing books of accounts also, he is going to know about whether the business is having required stock or not. So business provides systematic records which became evidence for any operation, any operation, because every record is made based on the systematic evidential support. And second advantage is facilitates preparation of financial statements. So what are the financial statements? That is trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. Trading and profit and loss account is also called income statement, and balance sheet is also called positional statement. These two are going to known as final accounts. So these are going to give the final result of the business. Final result of the business, that means profit or loss given by the trading and profit and loss account, which is known as income statement. The financial position of the business is given by the, that is balance sheet, is called positional statement. So to prepare these two, we require a journal, ledger as well as trial balance. So accounting is going to facilitate financial statements. It provides required information. Whatever the information you want, it is going to taken from the accounting information. What are the total sales during the month? We know by the accounting information. What are the purchases? We know by the accounting information. What are the total debts? We know by the. What are the receivables from the customers, who are called debtors? How much we are going to receive is known by the accounting information. How much we have to pay? What are the payables? Payables to bills, payable to creditors. What is the total amount of payables is known by the accounting. So accounting information, whatever you want, accounting is going to provide. What is the total tax payable? What is the total liabilities? What are the current liabilities? What are the current assets? All these known by accounting. And let's go for fraud and theft. So accounting, if you record each and every transaction of the business in a chronological order every day, systematically, no doubt the employees who are in the organization, they are going to be very, no doubt so they are going to be afraid of fraud and theft also. They cannot make any fraud, they cannot make any thefts, because for every thing in the organization, there is 100%, there is some record is there. So if they misappropriate money, if they misappropriate inventory, if they are taken away any assets, liabilities, everything is already recorded. If anything taken care, no doubt they are going to take. That's why there is a less because of accounting. So there is a less scope for fraud and theft. If accounting is systematic, account records are not there, it is not possible to know how much money we have, how much we have to pay, and what are the inventory we are having, how much we sold, how much we didn't sold. So everything we know by the records. If the records are not there, nobody in the world remembers everything. Even devil does not remember what is happened 1 year back. That's why the accounting records are going to minimize fraud and theft. No doubt there. So next, tax matters. So we have to pay tax to the government, particularly the sales tax. Now it is, which is known as GST, that is goods and service tax. So everybody nowadays has to pay indirect tax, that is goods and service taxes. If our income is more than the limit, we are going to pay the income tax also. So to pay income tax of the company, to pay the GST tax, everything, the support is given by the accounting. Without accounting records, we cannot calculate what is the tax to be paid in the form of GST, what is the tax to be paid in the form of income tax, only known by the accounting. Without accounting, it is not possible to know the amount to be paid. Next, documentary evidence. So you know very well, you already you know, the journal is the journal entries are recorded with documentary evidence. Without documentary evidence, no entry is being recorded in the books of accounts. That's why that evidence is going to become crucial whenever there is any problem, when there is any error. That documentary support is going to benefit the organization, benefit the management, benefit the misappropriations, benefit and benefit the employees also. Next, helpful to management. So the main aim of accounting is to assist managers. So managers, they are the people who are working in the organization. They are simply employees. They cannot remember what is going to happen every day into day transactions in the organization. That's why it is by the systematic records, it is going to help managers and management in planning, controlling, and in directing, and in the functions of management they are going to next. So there are some certain limitations also there. Accounting, there is some limitations also there. Accounting originally has got its own limitations. Now we are going to get, we are going to see what are the limitations of accounting. So ignores non-monetary factors. We are going to record only financial transactions in the books of accounts. We cannot record non-monetary factors like the efficiency of the managers, efficiency of the management, efficiency of the products cannot be recorded in the books of accounts. Only value of the products can be recorded. Cost of the products will be recorded. Sales will be recorded, but not the quality, but not the quantity cannot be recorded. It can be recorded, but accounting, every transaction is going to be converted into monetary only. That's why it is ignoring the efficiency of the management, efficiency of the employees, and quality and sophistication of the goods and services cannot be recorded in the books of account. This is the main important limitations of accounting. The no future projections. Accounting is historical account. Whatever happened will be recorded in the accounts. It is not possible to record the future projections and future course of actions. Only what is happened, what are the business transactions which are happened, they are only recorded in the financial accounting. That's why the financial accounting is also called historical accounting. Historical, the history means which is over will be recorded. Future cannot be recorded in the financial accounting. And third one, ignores fair market value. So the value, for example, we purchased 1 acre land by 20 lakhs. After so the cost of the land is 20 lakhs. That 20 lakhs is recorded. Not one acre is recorded in books of accounts. If the market value of the land increased to 40 lakhs, it cannot be recorded. Only the cost which we paid for a service or a asset will be recorded, but not the market value will not be recorded in the books of accounts. Personal judgment. Sometimes what happens, the accountants, they may use their their personal bias, their personal judgments in recording books of accounts. Whenever there is a purchase and sales is there, so sometimes discounts, all these at the time of recording all these things, the people who are recording, their personal bias is also one of the main limitations of the accounting. Danger of window dressing. What happens, when recording assets and liabilities, so they are going to only to increase the total financial position. Sometimes instead of showing depreciation as depreciation less from asset, fixed assets, they may show depreciation as a fund, they may show it is an liabilities, that is going to increase it. So a loss, sometimes they may show in asset side, so this is called window dressing. Sometimes they are going to appreciate, they are going to deflate, they are going to inflate the assets, sometimes they are going to deflate according to their convenience. There is a danger of window dressing, there is a danger of make-upping up in accounts is there. If there is evidence that can be recorded, the evidence may be manipulated, and that manipulation leads to window dressing. Different accounting policies. Different accountants are going to policy and follow different accounting policies regarding depreciation. Some may follow a Strattel method of depreciation. Some may follow written down value method of depreciation. So these are the accounting policies are there. They are going to sometimes affect the accounting information. Next, branches of accounting. So the accounting itself is not only one subject. So from the origin, the accounting categorized into different types of accounts. Financial accounting is there, cost accounting is there, management accounting is there, and recently coming of branches of accounting are social responsibility accounting, human resource accounting. Even though they are not fully developed subjects, disciplines, they are going to be developed in the near future. So we have to see what are the different branches of accounting. So as I told, branches of accounting are financial accounting, cost accounting, management accounting, social responsibility accounting, human resource accounting. Financial accounting, you know very well. So it the main objective of preparing a financial accounting is to know financial result and financial position. So it covers only a preparation of trading and profit loss account, balance sheet. The other which are known as income statement and positional statement. Final accounts. The main aim of financial accounting is to prepare final accounts, that is income statement and the positional statement. And the next is cost accounting. Nowadays, the business, if olden in the olden days, if a business is going to be succeeded, so simply they are going to increase the price of the product. If the nowadays, very well, what is the need of the hour is the people who are selling every product and service at low cost are going to get very good profits. So the need of the hour is how to decrease the cost of production. So to decrease the cost of production, there another branch of accounting is there, the cost accounting, which is process of accounting and controlling the cost of a product or a operation or a work or a product. So in by this the cost is minimized, and the main aim of cost accounting is minimization of cost, minimization of wastage, and so that the profit of the company is going to be increased. So cost accounting leads to minimization of costs, minimization of wastage, minimization of cost of production, and decreasing the sale price, increasing the sales, then going to get huge profits. That is so the management accounting. Management is also accounting is also, the accounting which assist managers is called management accounting. Now managers are very busy because of joint stock company form of organization. There are n number of managers are there. So who are going to work day to day in planning, organizing, controlling, coordinating, communicating, and reporting and budgeting of the uh, business transactions. So the management accounting is going to assist financial managers in all levels of management activities, and it is going to help them in the process of decision making. That's why it's very, very important. Management accounting. Accounting is also in the limitations of financial accounting. So this is about only historical accounting. Management accounting is also going to sometimes going to give the future course of action also. So management accounting is going to uh, help the managers in decision making by giving different alternatives in the future course of business. And the recently developed branch of accounting is social responsibility accounting. Nowadays, you know very well that wherever you go, plastic, wherever you go, pollution, air pollution, water pollution, everything. So even you know very well in Delhi, in some weeks, what happens? The schools are being closed in Delhi not because of COVID. In 2 years back, because of air pollution, also the Delhi schools were closed. So that's why there is a huge uh, social responsibility accounting is also one of the important recently developed branch of accounting. So it is the process of identifying, measuring and communicating the social effects of a business decision. Nowadays people are inventing different types of goods and services. So what is the benefits of that goods and services which are being invented, and what are the ill effects of that business or service? So the ill effects of the business or service, whether they are socially relevant, whether they are socially fruitful or not, is going to be known, identified, measured, and communicated to the business in social responsibility accounting. So then human resource accounting. So of the all resources of the human resources are most effective, most important. So the human resource accounting is an attempt to identify, quantify, and report investments made in HR in the organizations. So there may be some people, there may be some organizations are there where some people are very good, they're working very good, and some people may not be working. So that's why people are going to see whether it is going